In 1964, the world-famous boxer Muhammad Ali, then known as Cassius Clay, embarked on a significant visit to Ghana following his victory over Sonny Liston. This trip was not merely about sports. It represented a deeper connection between athletic prowess, social activism, and cultural pride. Ali, renowned for his charisma and confidence both inside and outside the boxing ring, managed to captivate the hearts of the Ghanaian people. His presence in Ghana was met with enthusiasm and admiration, as he was a symbol of athletic excellence and a beacon of hope and empowerment for many across Africa. During his visit, Ali praised Ghana for its pioneering role in the struggle for African dignity and independence. At the time, Ghana was under the leadership of Kwame Nkrumah, a key figure in the Pan-African movement, who had led the country to become the first sub-Saharan African nation to gain independence from colonial rule in 1957. Ali's recognition of Ghana's leadership in these areas resonated deeply with the citizens, who reflected in him their aspirations for freedom and self-determination. Ali's visit to Ghana was laden with symbolism. It underscored how sports figures could transcend their roles as athletes to become influential voices in social and political arenas. Ali's outspoken nature and commitment to civil rights made him an icon not just in America, but globally. His presence in Ghana during this period highlighted the intersection of sports and activism. It illustrates how athletes could leverage their fame to affect change and support movements for justice and equality. For Ghana, Ali's visit reinforced the nation's ongoing commitment to cultural pride and promoting African heritage. The connection between sports, activism, and cultural pride that Ali embodied continues to be embraced by Ghana today. The country remains a hub for sporting excellence and artistic expression, celebrating its rich history while advocating for progress and unity across the African continent. Ali's legacy in Ghana is reflective of his broader influence worldwide. His life exemplifies how sports can be a powerful advocacy and cultural diplomacy platform. In honoring Ali's visit, Ghana acknowledges the enduring impact of his message. This message inspires future generations to strive for excellence and justice in all fields of endeavor. Decades later, in 1992, Stevie Wonder found himself drawn to the warm embrace of Ghana, a nation brimming with rich history, vibrant traditions, and welcoming people.
Because I want to see this nation smile again.
Oh.
And I want to see it before I leave to travel to move to Ghana. Because I'm going to do that.
You're going to move permanently to Ghana?
I am.
You are? Why?
Because I don't want to see my children's children have to say, oh, please like me, please respect me, please know that I'm important, please value me. What kind of is that?
His journey to this West African gem wasn't just another trip abroad. It was a profound connection to a land that echoed with the stories, rhythms, and resilience of the African diaspora. Wonder's visit symbolized more than personal curiosity. It represented a reunion of sorts, a return to the roots that have shaped so much of global culture. In Ghana, Wonder was captivated by the energy of its people and the colorful tapestry of its culture.
I guess it's just the lineage. I felt Ghana. I felt my civilization was there, and I was there where it began. So I thank all of you so very much. But you know, I always say this is just the beginning, the best part of the rest of my life to do God's purpose.
Amen. From the pulsating beats of traditional drumming to the intricate craftsmanship of kente cloth, everything seemed to speak a universal language of creativity and spirit. It's easy to imagine him walking through bustling markets, taking in the sights and sounds, or perhaps sitting beneath the shade of a baobab tree, reflecting on the powerful connection between African Americans and their ancestral homeland. Ghana's vibrant music and art scene has long been a beacon for global icons, and it's no wonder Stevie Wonder found inspiration here. The country's artistic pulse is infectious, blending traditional and contemporary styles in a way that feels both timeless and fresh. From high life to hip life, Its melodies have influenced countless artists around the world. For someone like Wonder, whose music transcends borders and genres, Ghana offered a wellspring of creativity that undoubtedly resonated with his soul. This visit reaffirmed the enduring bond between Ghana and the African diaspora, serving as a reminder of shared heritage and a mutual appreciation for the beauty that arises when cultures meet and mingle. It's a testament to how a single journey can spark a deeper understanding and admiration, not just for a place, but for the people who call it home. In 2009, President Barack Obama made a historic decision to visit Ghana for his first trip to sub-Saharan Africa. It wasn't just a political gesture, but a recognition of Ghana's steady progress as a beacon of democracy and stability on the continent. In his speech, Obama praised Ghana's leadership, holding it up as an example of what is possible when nations prioritize good governance and the welfare of their people.
The people of Ghana have worked hard to put democracy on a firmer footing, with repeated peaceful transfers of power, even in the wake of closely contested elections. And by the way, can I say that for that, the minority deserves as much credit as the majority. And with improved governance and an emerging civil society, Ghana's economy has shown impressive rates of growth. This progress may lack the drama of 20th century liberation struggles, but make no mistake, it will ultimately be more significant. For just as it is important to emerge from the control of other nations, it is even more important to build one's own nation. So I believe that this moment is just as promising for Ghana and for Africa as the moment when my father came of age and new nations were being born. This is a new moment of great promise. Only this time we've learned that it will not be giants like Nkrumah and Kenyatta who will determine Africa's future. Instead, it will be you, the men and women in Ghana's parliament, the people you represent. It will be the young people brimming with talent and energy and hope who can claim the future that so many in previous generations never realized. Now, to realize that promise, we must first recognize a fundamental truth that you have given life to in Ghana. Development depends on good governance.
He emphasized that Ghana's commitment to democratic values made it a shining light for other African countries striving for similar progress. Obama's visit wasn't all about speeches and diplomacy, though. One of the most poignant moments came when he toured the Cape Coast Castle, a site that bears the heavy weight of history. Walking through the castle's dungeons and standing in the door of no return, Obama, alongside his family, confronted the grim legacy of the transatlantic slave trade. It was a deeply emotional experience, one that connected the threads of history to his own identity as the first African-American president of the United States.
My family just got an extraordinary tour of this castle. It is reminiscent of the trip I took to Buchenwald because it reminds us of the capacity of human beings to commit great evil. One of the most striking things that I heard was that right above the dungeons in which male captives were kept was a church. And that reminds us that sometimes we can tolerate and stand by great evil even as we think that we're doing good. I think it was particularly important for Malia and Sasha, who are growing up in such a blessed way, to be reminded that history can take very cruel turns. And hopefully one of the things that was imparted to them during this trip is their sense of obligation to fight oppression and cruelty wherever it appears. and that any group of people who are degrading another group of people have to be fought against with whatever tools we have available to us. Obviously, it's a moving experience, a moving moment. We want to thank those who arranged for the tour and the people of Ghana for preserving this history. As painful as it is, I think that it helps to teach all of us that we have to do what we can to fight against the kinds of evils that sadly still exist in our world, not just on this continent, but in every corner of the globe. And I think as Americans, and as African Americans, obviously, there's a special sense that, on the one hand, this place was a place of profound sadness. On the other hand, it is here where the journey of much of the African American experience began. And symbolically, to be able to come back with my family, with Michelle and our children, and see the portal through which the diaspora began, but also to be able to come back here in celebration with the people of Ghana of the extraordinary progress that we've made because of the courage of so many, black and white, to abolish slavery and ultimately win civil rights for all people, I think is a source of hope. It reminds us that as bad as history can be, it's also possible to overcome.
The Cape Coast Castle isn't just a historical landmark. It's a symbol of both tragedy and triumph. It speaks of unimaginable suffering and injustice, yet also of the resilience and enduring strength of African people. For Obama, the visit served as a stark reminder of the sacrifices and struggles that shaped the world we know today. It was a moment of reflection, not only on the horrors of the past, but also on the courage and determination that have carried generations forward. This visit highlighted the importance of remembering history, not to dwell on its pain, but to learn from it and honor those who endured it. By standing at the crossroads of past and present, Obama's journey to Cape Coast Castle underscored the ties that bind Africa and the African diaspora. It was a powerful message of unity, resilience, and hope, a call to acknowledge the past while working toward a brighter future. Most recently, in 2019, Steve Harvey made an emotional visit to Ghana as part of the Year of Return, an ambitious and heartfelt initiative launched by the Ghanaian government. This program aimed to mark the 400th anniversary of the arrival of the first enslaved Africans in the Americas by encouraging their descendants to reconnect with their ancestral homeland. Harvey's journey was a deeply personal one, and his experiences in Ghana resonated with countless others in the African diaspora seeking to rediscover their roots. As a prominent figure in entertainment and a voice for many, Harvey's visit brought significant attention to the Year of Return. He wasn't just there to see the sights. He embarked on a profound exploration of identity and heritage. One of the most moving parts of his journey was his visit to the Cape Coast Castle, where Harvey, like many others before him, stood in the same spaces where enslaved Africans were once held before being forcibly taken across the Atlantic. The weight of that history was palpable, and Harvey didn't shy away from sharing the raw emotions that came with it. "This ain't in the history books they give us," Harvey said during his visit, his voice heavy with emotion. His words captured the pain and the power of reconnecting with a history that has often been erased or downplayed. Standing at the door of no return, Harvey reflected on the sacrifices and resilience of his ancestors, a moment that brought tears to his eyes and inspired millions who followed his journey. Harvey's experience underscored Ghana's role as a spiritual and cultural home for many in the African diaspora. It highlighted how initiatives like the Year of Return can serve as more than tourism campaigns. They are bridges, connecting people across oceans and centuries. For Harvey and so many others, Ghana is not just a country. It is a reminder of where the story began, and an invitation to continue writing the next chapters together. From the bold vision of Kwame Nkrumah to the historic visits of global icons like Du Bois, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali, President Obama, Stevie Wonder, and Steve Harvey, Ghana has cemented its place as a trailblazer on the African continent. It's a country that embodies resilience, unity, and a spirit that continues to inspire people around the globe. Its history is rich, its culture vibrant, and its people welcoming, qualities that have made it a beacon for Africans and the entire diaspora. To the African diaspora, Ghana is much more than a destination stamped in a passport. It's a homecoming. It's a chance to walk the same paths as the legends who fought for freedom and justice, to stand where history was made, and to reconnect with the roots of a shared heritage that has influenced the world in countless ways. Ghana offers a bridge between past and present, inviting those of African descent to rediscover their history and themselves. Whether it's the solemn weight of the Cape Coast Castle, the rhythmic beats of high-life music in Accra, or the dazzling colors of kente cloth in Kumasi, Ghana is alive with stories waiting to be told. It's a land where ancient traditions meet modern innovation, where the echoes of the past guide the hopes of the future. And let's not forget the smiles, the genuine warmth of the Ghanaian people, making every visitor feel like family. So what are you waiting for? Ghana isn't just a place you visit. It's a place that stays with you long after you leave. Come experience the magic for yourself, the music, the culture, the history, and the people. This isn't just a vacation. It's a journey into the heart of Africa. Rediscover your roots, create new memories, and become part of a story that's still being written. Thank you for tuning in to NewBlacksGhana. We'd love to hear from you, so drop a comment below and let us know your thoughts or any questions you have. We're here to help and connect with you. Stay tuned because we've got another exciting video coming your way soon. See you next time.